Lewis Hamilton's journey in Formula One with Ferrari has been one of the most discussed narratives of the season, and it has just taken an exciting turn. A significant new development has emerged that could provide the breakthrough Hamilton and Ferrari have been seeking. Recent reports indicate that Ferrari has been quietly working on a vital upgrade for the SF-25 in preparation for the Bahrain Grand Prix. If these claims hold any truth, this upgrade could be the key to unleashing Hamilton's car's full potential and revitalizing Ferrari's season. But what does this upgrade entail? Why is it so crucial at this moment? And could this be the pivotal moment after a challenging start to Hamilton's new chapter in red? In today's video, we will explore everything we know about the rumored floor upgrade from Ferrari. We'll discuss how it functions, its potential impact on performance at the Bahrain International Circuit, and why this change has sparked genuine excitement among Hamilton's fans for the first time in weeks. So before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications. If this rumor turns into reality, the Bahrain GP might just be Hamilton's true Ferrari debut. Let's set the stage. It's been a rocky opening few rounds for Ferrari in 2025. After disqualifications in China, ride height, compromises in Japan, and an SF-25 that has looked fast in certain corners, but unstable over a full lap, pressure has been mounting. And nowhere has that pressure been more visible than on Lewis Hamilton's side of the garage. Hamilton has been vocal, but measured in his disappointment. He's spoken publicly about an underperforming element on his car that has cost him performance since the first race of the season. That part, still unnamed officially, has contributed to a lack of rear-end grip and general instability under throttle, especially in high-speed corners like Suzuka's 130R or the S-curves in Sector 1. Ferrari has acknowledged the problem, and now they may have an answer. According to multiple sources, Ferrari has been quietly developing a new floor specification for the SF-25, one that could address both the ride height sensitivity and aerodynamic inconsistency that have plagued the car so far. The upgrade is said to be aimed at improving the car's ground effect efficiency, expanding the operating window, and stabilizing rear-end balance, all critical areas where Hamilton has struggled. Now, here's the twist. This upgrade was originally rumored for a later race in the season, but after the disappointing results in Japan and Hamilton's increasingly frustrated tone, Ferrari is now pushing to have the revised floor ready for Bahrain. That's a big deal. Why? Because Bahrain's circuit layout is actually perfect for testing floor efficiency. With its combination of low-speed traction zones, long straights, and harsh braking areas, the Bahrain GP demands strong rear-end stability, good rotation under load, and consistent aerodynamic grip. All the areas where the SF-25 has under-delivered. If the new floor works as intended, Hamilton could finally get a car that responds to his input, doesn't slide unpredictably in high-speed corners, and gives him the confidence to push in both qualifying and race trim. And let's be clear, Bahrain is not just another race. It's a pivotal moment. The field is tightening. Red Bull is still strong, McLaren is coming fast, and Mercedes isn't going away. If Ferrari wants to stay in the fight, this upgrade has to hit the mark. And it's not just about lap time. It's about trust. Hamilton needs to feel that Ferrari is responding to his feedback, matching his level of commitment, and delivering the performance he needs to compete with the very best. If he sees that the team can turn around an issue within a few races, it'll restore faith and reignite the fire that made this partnership so exciting to begin with. But of course, there's always a risk. Rushing a floor upgrade comes with its own dangers. If the new design hasn't been thoroughly tested, especially in terms of heat management and tire interaction, it could introduce new problems even as it solves others. That's why all eyes will be on free practice in Bahrain. The team will be closely monitoring Hamilton's telemetry, especially through turn 10, where traction and rear grip are critical. and on the long run down to turn 1, where top-end stability and braking consistency can make or break an overtaking move. Now let's talk about Charles Leclerc. While this upgrade appears to be focused primarily on Hamilton's side of the garage, as it addresses the performance issue he's been dealing with, it's likely that any gains found in Bahrain will be rolled out team-wide. Leclerc has been outperforming Hamilton so far, but even he has expressed concern about the SF-25's narrow setup window and its reluctance to respond well across different fuel loads and tire compounds. If the floor works, it could benefit both drivers and reignite Ferrari's hopes of podiums and even wins later this year. But let's take a step back and really consider the broader implications of what's about to happen in Bahrain. This isn't just a new floor, it's Ferrari's first real counterpunch in a season where they've been, up until now, reacting rather than dictating. It's the moment where we'll see whether the engineers in Maranello truly understand the DNA of the SF-25, or if they're still chasing shadows left behind by Red Bull and McLaren's superior aero concepts. Because in Formula One, a floor upgrade is never just about numbers. It's about philosophy. It's about how a team interprets airflow, manages tire behavior, and gives the driver confidence when they turn into the corner at 300 km/h, not knowing if the car will bite back. For Hamilton, who's repeatedly hinted at instability, understeer, and a narrow operating window, this change could be a game changer, but only if it delivers on the promise. And that's the risk. Ferrari's upgrade schedule is under a magnifying glass, now more than ever. The team knows it, the rivals know it, and you can be absolutely sure Lewis Hamilton knows it. He's not in red just to be part of the midfield drama. He's here to make history, to win, to prove that at nearly 40 years of age, he can still take on the best car, the best teams, and the most dominant driver of this generation, and beat them on merit. The Bahrain GP will also serve as a kind of psychological litmus test. If this upgrade works, if Hamilton can close the gap in qualifying, feel the car responding beneath him, and go wheel to wheel without second-guessing every correction, it'll inject a huge dose of confidence into both sides of the Ferrari garage. It could even help rebuild some of the internal harmony that's clearly been tested in recent weeks after the radio disputes, the inconsistent feedback, and the clear frustration. But if it doesn't work, if the car remains fragile at the rear, if the balance continues to shift unpredictably mid-stint, or if Leclerc still looks more at ease than Hamilton after this change, then the questions will only grow louder. About Ferrari's direction, about the effectiveness of their technical leadership, about whether Hamilton's gamble on red was made one season too early, or without the guarantees he truly needed. And don't forget the context. This season is quite lengthy, spanning 24 races. Momentum plays a crucial role. A solid performance in Bahrain, particularly after a rocky start to the season, could provide Ferrari with the stability they need to remain competitive throughout the year. Conversely, a setback could force them into a defensive stance for several weeks, prioritizing damage control over strategy. As always, we want to hear your opinions. Do you think this could be the pivotal moment Hamilton has been waiting for? Or is it just another instance of Ferrari failing to meet expectations? Additionally, how might this impact Leclerc's position within the team, especially with potential technical upgrades that could alter the dynamics? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're enjoying these in-depth analyses of the season's most significant F1 narratives, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. What unfolds in Bahrain could very well influence the rest of 2025, and we'll be here to report on every twist, adjustment, and turning point that follows.